When she performed for our private audience in Jalsa, she had the audience eating out of her palms. She does a lot of corporate programs, team building programs through Bharatanatyam. She's that creative and talented. I'm so glad you're here. You made it. She's a person of her word. Do or die. If she keeps her word, she keeps it. That's what I like about her.
I've been learning Karanas since the last 2 years. The Karanas are a set of movements which have been forgotten by the Indian classical fraternity, which was revived by Dr. Padma Subramanian. And we thought it is only sculptures, but she revived it and saying that these are not sculptures, these are actually movements. So I've been practicing that form, and I would like to demonstrate a few of it today. So usually we represent a woman just walking like this. It's a traditional way of doing it. But how many times can you keep doing it? It gets boring. Yeah? So how else can you represent a woman? Okay, so there is this one thing, usually, women in the olden era carry a plate of flowers. Okay, so it goes. So she's like, she's actually showing off without nobody noticing. I was just walking, and my pallu fell, and I was just adjusting it. She walks. So things like that, you can represent a woman, as she's styling her hair, and then she goes, you can do that. And also even taking flowers to a deity or taking flowers to your lover, how can you represent that? So this is actually the first Karana. Depending upon whether it is Shringara or Bhakti, you can modify it. So if it is just Bhakti, so if it is Shringara, you're like, am I looking nice today? We represent Krishna like this, holding the flute, holding the peacock feather. But Krishna himself means movement. They say even when he walked, it looked as though he's dancing. So I wanted to take that, and I wanted to see how to make a walk into a dance. So there is something called as Vali Torkam, which is the fourth Karana. It goes like this, and it opens like this, which can also represent a celestial dancer. So now how do you add this femininity to Krishna? So you go, and he sits. Vocabulary that we can use. So this is what I've been doing and practicing, and I've not been showcasing much of my dancing for the last 1 year because I'm rethinking what dance means to me, what movement means to me. I'm trying to bring it out in a much more beautiful aspect a few months later.
What do you do with the corporate guide? Tell us what you do, a bit of it.
For team building, what we do is usually this would be, it would be their wellness day, or it would be their fun day. So I'll ask them, how do you represent a woman? So usually people will do this. I will tell, my father looks like this, not my mother. Yeah, my mother she doesn't look like this. So we tell them, guys, take out your hands, keep it like this. This becomes the beak of a bird. And then I ask them, take out the last 2 fingers, make it a bird which flutters around and settles on your shoulder. You pet the bird, and then the woman holds the bird and she walks. So all of it, all IT guys, who are working on Excel sheets, coding day in and day out, they actually do this. And they walk.
And you make them do this.
Yes, we make them do it.
More power to you, more power to you.
We make them do it, and I make them wear jewelry. Because,
As jewelry?
Yes, yes. Because see, men, it's a myth that they hate pink. Even my own brother, he likes pink. Just because somebody else is going to pull him down, he refrains from using that entire spectrum of red to pink. So, why do you have such a big animosity towards getting dressed up? Even if somebody wants to wear a necklace and a bracelet to an office, he must be free enough to wear it. So I play music of a Vasaka Sajja, which is a girl who's getting ready. And we take out things from our wardrobe. For men, I say you drape a shawl. For women, we say, guys, you have to do it. And we drape a sari. And we look in the mirror. And we look back into the mirror. Is in the back looking okay? It's a lot of fun. So I bring a lot of fun element. We wear necklaces in a group. So I make the art form tangible to them. It's not a one-way communication. They can ask me questions.